buy assets. What's up, fams? November 11th, 2022, and it's day 42 of the secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And if it's your first time tuning in, what I'm doing here is I'm choosing a card a day from T Harv Eker's Millionaire Mind Intensive. I'm reading the message on the card, sharing my thoughts on the message, and asking you as a viewer to share your thoughts as well. Anything that came up while I was reading the message, or possibly you've been using what's on the card in your life already, and it's been working wonders. And hey, I would love to learn from you. So just comment below the video and let me know, how it's going and how you were able to break through and implement this into your life. And if you missed a day, you could go back here on Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube at Rich Carbajal and watch those past videos. And as you can see, we have remaining videos that will be uploaded as well. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. We'll go over here. All right. So it says buy assets. Buy assets. So rich people buy assets, things that will most likely go up in value. Poor people buy expenses, things that will definitely go down in value. Rich people collect land. Poor people collect bills. Holy shit. Wow. That was deep right there, that last part. But you know what? This is something that I've been learning throughout the years. And it's interesting because, growing up, we get this visual of, what it means to be rich, or we get this feeling of like, hey, you know what, having the fancy cars, having the big house, having the Prada, the Gucci, the Versace clothing, that the big watches, that hey, that'll give us the persona of feeling rich. But in reality, when we check our bank accounts, or we're behind on our bills, or we have huge debt, guess what? We're actually broke. And what tends to happen is we're working only to pay off those bills. So this is something that I began learning, is that rich people buy assets. They buy things that will, one, appreciate in value, or two, will make them money. A business can be an asset. Here it says buy land, collect land. And, that's one of the things that real estate, they're saying people will always need housing. So buying land, it's a way of, buying an asset, because you could build, not just your dream home on it, but it would be, they talk about it would be best to build, either apartment buildings, or, or units on it, or renting out the land. There's creative ways to do that. It could be for, depending on where the land is at. If it's close to the beach, you could be doing RV rental. If it's, inland, you could do, let's say where there's a lot of forestry, you could do a camping area, parking. You could rent your land out for people around the area. I have someone who does that. I know someone who does that. They actually rent it out for parking, and that's an asset, right? And so we need to get out of this mindset of like, hey, just because we're making more money, it means we need to spend more. We need to show people that we're doing, we're staying ahead of, or we're ahead in life. Because when we have a lot of bills and we owe a lot of money, if we don't have money saved up for emergencies, let's say you lose your job, or you get sick, or you let's say you get sick, you lose your job. What are other things that could happen? Someone dies in the family, that's something. and you have all these bills and you're not able to pay, guess what? They're going to repo all that stuff. Everything that doesn't belong to you, right? Because, in reality, you're just kind of like renting it out until you pay it off in full. I heard something interesting years back that, rich people, they usually drive a car that's 6 to 10 years old and it's all paid off because, the monthly bill, which is, let's say, 300 to $1,000, for the cars now, especially now, they actually take that money and they invest it in stocks, in real estate, in, there's crypto, in businesses. They buy businesses, or they buy shares of a company. They create products, and they limit their expenses as much as they can, right? They know this, and sometimes they even just rent for a while before buying the home, because all of a sudden it becomes a liability because it's taking money out of your pocket every month. So we have to limit those liabilities and make sure that our assets are producing more money, not only at the moment, but even long term. I have, I personally don't have land yet, but I have family members that do, that bought land cheap. And I'm seeing now, like, oh, wow, like that's the smart way to do it. So, we need to learn, this is really valuable here. Buy assets. Rich people buy assets, things that will most likely go up in value. Remember, if you buy a new car off the lot, once you drive it, it depreciates at least 5, 10 grand. Somewhere in between, not sure the number, but I heard at least 5,000, you're already lost. It's money lost that you're gonna pay. And then, so poor people buy expenses, things that, don't go up in value. Things that, hey, if it breaks down, you're screwed. You're not gonna be able to get the money back that you invested into it, right? Things that will definitely go down in value. We have to be smart about this, right? So rich people collect land, poor people collect bills. And that's one of the things we have to constantly assess our personal situation, see, look at our bills and see where we could cut down, where we, you know, things that we don't really need in reality, that we could survive. I mean, we practically need food, water, clothing and shelter. That's how those are the basic needs, food, shelter, and food, shelter, what was the other one? Freaking food, shelter, clothing. Everything else, obviously you need to earn money, but those are the three basic needs to survive. And food, we're including water in there, right? But let's be smart, fam. Let's really start finding ways to be more creative and finding assets that will appreciate and make us money long term, right? Or even if it's a quick flip, hey, that's even better. But let's look for deals. Let's look for things that are really going to help us. All right. Love you. God bless. Talk soon. Oh, and make sure last thing, share your comments. All right. Love you. God bless. See you.